What's up, everybody? What's cracking lacking with the booty smacking? It's the one and only, your favorite photographer, Notorious One, broadcasting to you live and direct here at the AC headquarters in North Hollywood, California. Today is Wednesday, November 15th. A beautiful rainy day in LA, and of course, we're back with another phenomenal show. This is What's the Word, in case you don't know. And today, usually I have my brother my brother Doughboy Tony. But, he's out there next to the fire pit with his girl, Bubby and Rafi Pagan, so let him enjoy the moment. Ain't no honey packs needed for today, But today, to go ahead and help out with the show, I have Boo Boo's his wife, the apple of his eye, his soulmate, the love of his life. Everybody, give a shout out to Nydia. What's up, Nydia? How you doing?
What's up? Nydia here. That was a good way to intro. I like it.
Of course, it's only right. So, and of course, today we have a very talented artist. She has millions and millions of views on YouTube. She represents the OC. She writes songs for TV and stuff, according to her bio. But everybody give it up for Cecy B.
I like that. Hey, what's up, you guys? Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you guys.
Welcome.
Me on.
Most definitely. Like I tell anybody else, you could have been anywhere else, but the fact that you're here, I really appreciate that.
It's the same. You guys can have anybody here, and the fact that you guys took the time to talk to me, I appreciate that too.
So today, it's finally a rainy day in LA. I feel like that's a whole different vibe.
I love it. A whole different vibe. And you know what? I'm here for it. I like it.
Me
I
too.
love the rain. I love the sound of the rain. I feel like it's cleansing. It's new. It's like
it's hoodie season.
Yes.
I had to pull out the hoodies.
Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah, finally.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I will get my ugly Uggs out. I don't care what anybody says. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Yes.
The only downside on the rain is the driving, though. I feel like everybody.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Like Orange County to here was.
Right.
Well, but it is day one.
Yeah.
I mean, give Kelly like a break. We always
just
fuck
don't
it
know
up
how
on
to
day
act.
one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
I mean,
like,
not we, like them. Not me.
No, for sure.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of sometimes I'm that asshole driver that even though I see the blinker, I don't give it.
I'm always the asshole.
But today that is raining, I'm like, it's cool, man. Take your time.
Go ahead,
bro.
Right?
No big deal.
Yeah, you go fuck it up.
I let everyone go, and then I never get to where I'm going.
Yeah. No, for sure. But hey.
But you're here. You're here. You made it. You made it. Yes.
Well, because I didn't drive. Yeah.
So,
I was a passenger.
So when it's cold, when you got the rain, when it gets dark sooner, that means that the holidays are coming. Are you guys excited for that?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the holidays. Christmas. And now with kids, it's a blessing to. It just goes a little bit faster though. The older you get, I don't like that.
Sure.
There's like it's like the fireworks, 4th of July, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, now it's fall and now it's Christmas and Happy New Year.
You know what? I agree with you 100%. So I'm 29, and this January I'm turning 30. My heart is broken. I feel devastated, sad. No disrespect to nobody, but I feel like I'm an old man officially, right? But I just say all that to say that this year was the fastest year of my life.
Everything is going to get faster, so buckle up.
Right. There you
it's
go.
It's going to get faster.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy. And you're like so scared of 30, and then you look back and you're like, well, 29 was not that bad, and that was not old, and like, but in hindsight, 2020 is,
So, what are some things that you and your family like to do to enjoy, like Thanksgiving and the holidays?
Pozole, hanging out with the family. Like my favorite thing is just like watching everyone like open the gifts that I got them. I know it's not about the gifts and blah blah blah.
It is
but
for the kids.
I get happy. I'm so happy seeing them all in their little Christmas pajamas coming down and like, and then 2 minutes later it's over, and then like you already spent all the money and all that.
So do you guys do the 24th or the 25th?
The 25th. Yeah. Okay. Like the 24th is like family, like we get together, like extended family. The 25th is just like my little crew, my
there
kids.
You go. Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But growing up, it was always the 24th, my grandma's house. Like, here we go. Okay. Growing up, it was the 24th, and then now 25th,
When it comes to the meals, are you putting in work in the kitchen, or like as far as cooking it?
No, not really.
Mean?
I don't put in like that much work, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like I will help clean up.
Right.
The mess, like I don't have any problem with that, but I'll make you coffee and like panecito or something like that. You know what I mean? But like the whole pozole and everything, that's my mom, that's my grandma, that's my tias. Yeah. And like I know I'm a tia now too, but
like,
they're
still around. They're the pros.
They're there, and they're the ones that have the reins in the kitchen and all that. Like I'm kind of in the way sometimes,
Yeah.
And yeah, so but I'll help clean up though.
There you go.
I'll help
Yeah,
clean
you
up.
got to
I'm
take
a good
advantage.
sport. Yeah.
There you go.
There it is. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
So, Cecy B, I feel like you're the definition of longevity, right? With that, I mean, when it comes to the music, because having bangers is nothing new to you, you know? And October the 23rd, you dropped Por Vida, right? Like I said, I was bumping it on my way over here, you know, and it's a banger, you know. I mean, I was feeling kind of sad because I wish I was in love, you know. I wish somebody could dedicate me that song, but no. Nevertheless, you know, like I said, I mean, it had a good melody to it. Like I was telling you, I was trying to sing it to you before. I know it sounds horrible.
Yeah, no, you did it. No, I mean, whoever ends up with you, you know, now that you're old and 30, and you end up with somebody, they're gonna be very happy when you sing them that song. I mean, those lyrics came from
Don't
the
lie
heart.
to him.
Yeah.
Don't lie to him.
Nah.
He's going to fuck it up on day one.
He's like, Por Vida. She's like, peace.
Right?
Yeah.
But you know, talk to us about that single. You know, talk to us about the thought process to it.
So basically, shout out to my producer Chavs. I gotta shout him out because he's just so dope. Like sending me music left and right. You know, I get to it when I listen to the track, see what it says to me. Like sometimes I vibe in the car to, you know, drive, you know, people putting their signal, I'm letting them go. You know, and I'm driving and I'm listening to the track. I usually just start with a melody and then later on I'll go back and put the words to it. But or other times I have a song that I wrote, has no beat, has no melody or anything. It's just a poem, kind of sort of say. And then I get the beat and I build around that. So I mean, it works in different ways, and all in all, it's just a vibe. It's it's your prime time. You can't have like too much going on, like overstimulation. You know what I mean? So that's like my me time. That's like when people are like, I'm going to the spot. I'm like, no, I just want to work on music, and I just want. I mean, you know, so definitely just getting in my zone. I have a studio at my house, and I'm very blessed to be able to make music from home, and just feeling it. You know what I mean? Like all different topics. I try to make music for people to escape to. That's my main thing. Is like whatever people are feeling in their everyday life. Life is crazy. Life is hard. Life is whatever you are experiencing at this moment. But if music can take you out of that for like just a little while, for you to like kick back, relax, or you know.
Yeah. And
that's what I would love
to
provide.
And you definitely did that. Like I said, I don't know the vibe. Like I said, I wanted somebody to love me, you know, on some high school stuff, right? Yeah. But the amazing part about that song, because it's just yourself. But I feel as though like you had like 3 different styles, you know, the way you'll spit and you'll sing your hooks. And I feel like you sang like you had 2 different styles when you were singing. Where does the creativity come, you know, from that?
Well, I mean, I do listen to the track and I see like what I feel about it, but then it's also just not being afraid to kind of come out of character a little bit, because a lot of the times, especially in the earlier years, it's like, no, that's not something that I would sound like, or I would say, or Cecy B would. No, if the beat calls for it, it calls for it, and I just go with it. Now where it could take me, I don't know. And then if people sometimes they like it, sometimes they don't. And either way, it's out there in the universe, and it's going to be longer. You know, it's going to be out there long enough for somebody to enjoy it. Even if one person is like, that helped me, which I have gotten, you know, like really cool messages from people that it helped them through something. And that's like all you can ask for as an artist. Like,
you do have a big variety though. I was listening to different type of music that you started playing on your earlier days versus what you're listening to or playing now.
Oh yeah.
It's such a variety. I'm like, okay, so that's like Chicano rap. That's like a Fergalicious style. That's like, you know, and I'm like, that's like Little Kim style, you know. But this recent one that you came out with, well, I don't know how recent it was, Las Rosas.
Oh yeah.
You had a little bit more singing in it.
Yeah.
It was very different from the rest of them.
That's kind of what sparked this whole new page that I'm on coming back and giving more of myself, more vulnerability, more singing, more opening up, like I don't have to be like that all the time. Mm-hmm. Like I could just be in my feelings and I could let them go, and I can express myself in that way. You know, one thing when I did Rosas and I released it on the 23rd, it was just like, you know what? I'm gonna release a song every month on the 23rd. So every 23rd, I've been putting out a song, and I really like this little group of songs that I have so far this year, because it really does represent where I'm at, you know? Like the element that I'm at. I'm very comfortable in my music process.
That's awesome. Now, do you think this one it was like more like your maternal side of it, where you just, like you said,
Yeah, it could
maybe
be
a little more of your feminine side?
Yeah,
you know, because it's more singing, like I said.
think
And the other ones are dope. Don't get me wrong. I love your style
and
from
there's a
back in the
time and a
days.
place for
but
it,
but
you
I
know?
liked that one a lot too.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I appreciate the observation of it, because I feel like I am stepping in more into feminine, because before, like when I was making music, like back in the day, like the early 2000s, you know, it was like very like you had to be like tough,
A certain
you
way.
know? Yeah. And that wasn't always natural for me. And I fought against myself because it didn't always align with how I felt inside. Like very like
You had to go with the trend at the time.
And when you're young and impressionable, you see the trend and you're like, I should do that.
You gotta jump in.
Yeah, now I see the trend and I'm like, that's good for you. You know, like I'm gonna do this, and you know, and it is what it is. But that again comes with getting old and all that, you know, and it comes with so many years of just doing what you know what you do.
But I think we have a new trend going now where it's not about following the trend, but it's about making your own.
Standing
There you
out.
go.
Yeah, everybody is different in their own way now, and it's welcome.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, this is the time to do that.
This is a time
Yeah.
to do that. You're right. And it is something. And it also, it's like double. Okay. So I see that point, right? Like where it's like, oh, you know, you're different, you're special, but really there's so many talented people and many, like
Without a doubt.
you really, you're not that different. Like you can, there's so many people that can out sing me, outwrite me, out this, out that, but to love it and to put your heart into it and to give it to the world without asking for much back in return is kind of like what I'm stepping into.
Okay,
and I
out
love that.
singing something when it comes to the, like whatever, the voice or something like, okay, fine, maybe there is somebody that can do that.
Yeah.
But like you say, putting the love into it and
like
putting the
algo,
feeling into it, you know, that you know, like not everybody can do that part.
Yeah.
You know, so
And it took me a while to even realize that because I'm like it's just writing music. Like since I've been doing it for so long, like I'm like, you're just writing music. Like I just write music. But then now
no,
I'm
it's
like,
not just music.
Yeah.
You got him wanting to get in love with her. Look at that. Yeah.
I was like, damn, you know, but nowadays these girls out here, man, they're pretty vicious. So, but we're not gonna get into that. So, but I mean, for whatever I did catch.
I'm
that.
on her side no matter what. Okay.
So I did catch that the 23rd. Like, what's the importance of the 23rd? Why you choosing that day to drop music?
Well, okay, so this year when I said I'm gonna put out my own music, because prior to this, when I been raising my littles, they're kind of I had them all like together, like in a bunch.
How old are they?
They're 7, 6, and 2.
Okay.
So they're kind of like a little group. And so I was just doing licensing, and that's all. That's really I love doing it. Is you make the music, you supply it to the licensing company, and from there they put it on TV shows. You're the background. You're the mood of the TV show, the movie, whatever it is, the scene. And I love doing that. But when I said I'm going to step out again and like do my stuff that is mine, this year, it was like 2023. Every 23rd, I'm going to drop a song. And now, and then it just kind of stuck. And then so every month, it's a challenge.
So it's
myself.
because it's
a
2023. You just kind of pick the number.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. I like that.
Just to be organized. In
Yeah.
that sense, right?
Well,
You
because
know
it's
what
the
it
year
is?
2023.
It's to hold myself accountable as
Yeah.
well.
Okay.
Because like it's like I told people that I was gonna really, and me when I say something I want to keep it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, every 23rd you can expect a new song. And like I said, it's the music that I like making. I choose the songs.
Yeah.
I'm not, no one's telling me put this out.
If all goes well throughout the year, you'll have 12 singles out, right? And that's
I
the
mean,
goal?
out, but I mean, I've made much more music
but
than that.
just not recently.
Out, yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, we got one coming out for Thanksgiving then.
Yeah, right before Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
Nice.
Be on the lookout now, but just I mean, everybody, man, just make sure you guys search up Por Vida, put it on your playlist.
Thank you. I
Keep
really
it in the
appreciate
loop
that.
because, like I said, it's a banger for sure. But I know, we got ahead of ourselves, but let's take it back to the beginning. I want everybody to know, where was Cecy B born and raised?
So I was born in Orange County, California. I grew up in San Juan Capistrano, and when I was like 19 is when I really started working on music and came out to Los Angeles and because back then you really actually had to go outside. You know what I mean? Like if you wanted to work on music and you wanted to like do things, you had to like actually go there and show face. It wasn't like,
now you can submit it. Yeah.
I wrote it, I rapped it, upload.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like
times.
you had to go out, you had to put flyers on cars and be annoying and
good old days, okay?
Yeah.
But even before that, like let's talk about the when you finally start to realize that you're talented, or maybe you're just falling in love with the music. When was that?
Just as a little girl singing mariachi with my mom. Like mariachi, all Spanish music. I didn't even speak English, so it was like everything that my mom has such a beautiful voice. And so she would always sing mariachi and like different Spanish songs. She liked country music too, but mostly Spanish songs. Yeah. And that's where I really got like I loved singing with her. Right. And that manifested its way like, okay, when there was a mariachi at a birthday party or a trio or something, like we would get up and sing. And then I loved it. I loved the people, like they were all like having fun, and then they'd be like watching and then dancing and having a good time. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like I really like this. And then I got into hip hop and then I went that way. But I mean, where it started was Spanish music. Like the first TV performance that I ever did was, on Lupillo Rivera's dad's show. I believe it was in Huntington Park. Música del Pueblo. It was like, si tú tienes talento, and llama este número. Yeah. And I was like, okay, and like it was that
That's
long ago.
Awesome, yeah.
And so then I did the performance there. Like it was all Spanish music. I sang a song from Limite. So my roots are definitely in Spanish music, and I feel myself gravitating more towards it now, like circling back. You do circle back to like where you started. So that's how it all started.
So shout out to your mother. Your mother had a huge impact. So, but again,
and my sister too. My sister. Oh, the claps! I love it.
Okay. So like I said, it's one thing looking at your mother sing, but then when is the day that you realize like, yo, I got a voice as well?
I found my voice through hip hop later on in life. The group TLC. I was like, I love this. This is like, I get it. Like I feel it. I like this is what I want to actually do. And that was crazy back then. It was just like, you want to what? Okay, sit down. So that was crazy. But so I would say early teens. Early teens is like when I started.
Okay, so what's the household looking like though? I mean, is your mother, your father around?
Yeah, so I'm a middle child, figures. Yeah, I'm a middle child. Got two sisters, my mom, my dad, and my younger sister can actually sing so good. Like she's on a few of my albums from back in the day.
Oh, okay.
And so she has an awesome voice, and we would drive up to LA. These two little girls. Before there was like cell phone with the iPhone, like MapQuest it, like where to go, the studios, like places like here, like not as nice, but and just get in where we fit in. I would just like send my music out to people. Like I would like Google like different artists, everything, so I just definitely just put myself out there. I wasn't afraid to be like, I want to do this. And what do I need to do? Sing your hook, write a song, just anything.
On it.
Anything.
And you were how old at this time?
It's like 17. It was right when I got my car.
Nice.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
well, okay. So hold up. So in by middle school, you say you were already singing, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. How were you in school? Were you showing off your talent to everybody? Were
no.
You weren't
Did you didn't join the choir or nothing?
Oh, I was in choir like for church and like singing in Spanish on the weekends with my parents. But at school, no, I was quiet.
You were shy. So you weren't flaunting your talent?
No.
Are you serious?
No, I was not.
And why is that?
No, I was just because my dad expected A's. So I had to like buckle. I had to like, he was like, if I got a B, he'd be like, what happened? You know?
Yeah.
Oh, so the just bring it over, dude.
I want to see his skills. I want to see him try to get back up.
See, that's the problem.
Getting up is a hard part.
That's the problem. Like your confidence is like super good. Like you're like going all the way down and then try to get back up, girl. Come on. That's the issue.
Okay. Just to squeeze this one in really quick.
Music videos,
we went to Target really quick before this, and my ass fell down. at Target.
Yeah.
It was raining. It was
Yeah.
slippery, and one leg went like this, and then my other leg went down on my
you
knee.
have to ice
Yeah.
that. You have to
Okay,
ice
like
it
I
tonight.
am not as young as I used to be. Like I could have just gotten up if
Yeah.
I was 20 years younger, but everybody's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Dude, just
No.
I just need a minute before I
Yeah.
get back up. Make sure like
Todo está en
I'm
su
good.
lugar.
Yeah. The knees are where they're supposed to be,
And
etc."
after that, did Boo Boo just carry you to the car? Or?
Yeah, right.
The apple of his
That would
eye.
be nice. That would be right.
The apple of his
Yeah.
eye. He's like the apple of my eye.
He forgot I was the apple of his eye.
That's what he says. Hey, every time he comes, he only talks
Oh
about you.
yeah,
That's all he
right,
do.
right.
But so look, so you say you were shy, right? Or your father expected A's, but let's just say you were able to time travel back. Would you have want to maybe sing a little bit more during middle school, or?
Yeah, I mean, I really liked the feeling of making my dad proud and
Yeah.
making my parents
Oh, okay.
proud. So I think I wouldn't stray too far from that. But I feel like I let them down anyways because I went to hip hop instead of Spanish music like they wanted, you know. But I don't think I would. I don't think I would change that. I think
Yeah.
I would just kind of stay on my path and you know, like I was never like oh when I'm gonna
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like no,
Right.
it was like very just like, oh, that's cool. And then
Yeah.
I'd get out of school and then I'd go like sing somewhere and
To it.
perform and no one knew. And then it's not like
Yeah.
now because now it's like you just, burp outside. So everyone's going to know. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's like.
Because I mean, the way I see it, I mean, if you have the talent, flaunt it, and I mean, what's so good in being talented if you're not going to showcase to everyone? But again, I mean, I know everybody's different, have different perspective. Maybe at that time you didn't want to.
I think we all have a different way of arriving.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there definitely was something like I'm gonna show them because I was not popular and I was shy. So there was maybe in hindsight, looking back, there was maybe a little part of me that was like, I'm gonna show everybody like that I can do this, and prove it to them. And especially with all the naysayers and things like that. And I was never. It's.
What about come high school though? Did you join the choir at high school, or did you show everybody what's up then, or you still
I stayed in church
You still?
in
Yeah.
the church choir, and then I just.
and nobody recognized you, like from church?
No.
No.
No, it
got
was like
lucky.
there was like a few times when someone was like, "Oh, you can sing. I know that you can sing," or something like that. But I'd just be like, "Okay," and then I would sing a little bit for them, and then they'd be like, "Come here," and then like they'd get people, and then I was like,
That's enough.
"You know what I mean? Like, what did I do?"
Yeah.
But I mean, looking back, it's just like, back then it was more like I wasn't secure. I was not secure.
It was
about-
different times. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like I was always in the middle. I was a middle child, and I literally, growing up, felt like I was like a güerita, but it was like I was not Mexican enough, and I was not gringo enough. You know what I mean? I was like right in the middle all the time. So that could have been something about it, But now I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
So if I'm not mistaken, you have a daughter that's also talented as well and can sing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's just say maybe when she goes to middle school,
Oh no, I put her in all the talent shows and stuff. I am like
so
I
it's a
am
different
like,
approach.
what's up,
You're more
PTA?
active.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
okay.
what's up?
Yeah.
And so like I get nervous for her, and I'm like, okay, so there's this talent show, and there's no pressure.
Yeah.
But like I just want to give you the option, because if you want to do it, I want to help you.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to do it, then F them. It sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't say that, but in my mind, I'm just like, but if you don't want to do it, then it's no big deal. But yeah, definitely as a mother, like you're just like seeing your little one like get up and do things. You're just like, please be nice to my child.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yes.
like,
It's a tough industry, definitely.
Yeah. I wouldn't want it for my kids, to be honest. And if I
Have you ever considered doing something? I mean, you said your mom sings, your sister sings, you sing, and now your daughter. Have you ever considered maybe throwing an album out there of all of you guys together?
let's go.
That would be
That's a good-
badass.
That's a good question.
Right?
That's a
That's
good
fire.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I would now.
Even
and
if you just
register
did
it.
it, like, let's just say Christmas and you guys are all hanging out and you just kind of throw something
love
out
that.
together.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to be something new, but just
Yeah.
of you guys together. I think that would be dope.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely
There you go.
look at
23rd, December 23rd.
Yeah. You're like, okay, 23rd. Yeah. No, that's a good one because like I said, like my sister, I did take her to the studio a lot of times. Many times she was like, I don't want to do this, So I would drag her into the studio. But yeah, that would be really nice to have my mom, my daughter, and my daughter. My gosh. Oh, okay, let's move on. You know, you get all mushy when you talk about your kids.
The reason I bring that up because also me, my firstborn, my beautiful daughter Mia. I don't know, like since she was a baby, just the way she'll hum, I used to always trip out like, yo, you know, can she sing? And I think it wasn't until we were watching maybe Aladdin or some Disney movie, and she was like, my little baby could sing, you know. So it's crazy because growing up, I loved music. I envy, you know, people that can sing because I wish I could sing, you know. I think that's an amazing talent. Like I tell everybody, if I could sing, I'll speak singing. I'll be annoying. I don't care.
Yeah, you'd be in algebra class. Like, guess what, guys? You'd be like that girl on the plane that's like, Jesus told me to sing to all of you here in the cabin. You know?
That's why God didn't give you that blessing.
I know.
He's like, you're already annoying enough. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know you like that. I'm just kidding.
I know you like that. Sorry. This water is filled to the rim.
So, okay, you fall in love with music. You know, it's therapeutic to you.
Definitely,
you know, you're falling in love with R&B. You said, you know, Salt and Pepper was somebody you fell in love with.
TLC, Salt and Pepper.
TLC, yeah. So when do you take that turn? Like, you know what? I want to give this a try. This is something I want to do for myself.
Okay, so this is where it kind of goes into where I'm at right now. It has literally been my first project that I put out. I recorded in Maywood here, 2004. It has literally been 20 years, and that's why I'm like the number 24. Like, I know I've been all about the 23rd this year, 2023, but 20, like, I'm like, it's, you know, going on 20 summers, you know? It's been 20 years. So 2004 is when I first put out music as Cecy B, started performing at like all over LA. You know, I can't even remember. It was like actual places. Like you had to go and promote, like I said, all the fairs, all the everything. And and at that time too, I was performing with Prima J.
Right.
It was at the same time. And actually Prima J is on, well, we'll talk about that later, but we're working together now too. But it was a cool time, but it definitely was different than now. You know?
So you run into the Smooth Hustle Camp, Sunny Blue. Yeah. Talk to us about how was that experience like?
Well, the first person that I met from that camp was Sunny Blue.
Right.
He we would perform together a lot back in the day. And like one time, I don't even know if he'll remember this, but like they were being kind of rowdy, like not letting me get my set started. And he literally grabbed the microphone. He was like, everybody, you know what I mean? My girl Cecy B is about to perform, and I was like, "Who are you? That's awesome."
Yeah,
you know. And then so after the show, we talked, and then he's like, you know, like I really like your music, and you want to come record at my studio? We started recording, and that was like my camp for a while. You know, like that's who I worked with the most.
Yeah.
Back in those days. And then you know, Baldacci got out and worked with him a lot, and just. That was like a really cool time where we were cool.
Yeah, nah,
you know, that was a cool time. Right? Yeah.
How do you feel about Sunny now? Because I mean, back then he was very dedicated to his music. You know, I mean, the dude was putting in work, just like you said. But now to see him now, he's a dedicated, like. I think he's a boxer trainer for his daughter.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's been so many years. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and you can't really. People grow, and we go in different directions. And I think that's wonderful for him. Now, you got to remember, when I met him and when I was starting, he had already been doing it for a lot of years. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you right now, like this industry is like crazy. You get your ups and downs. Like people like take advantage of you. You know, they don't explain to you like, hey, there's such a thing called licensing,
right?
And there's such a thing called publishing, and there's such a thing called mechanical royalty. Like no one walks you through that when you obviously get into the industry.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times as young artists, and that's why I love seeing like Chicano rap. I know some people like me calling it that, some people don't, but getting their flowers, because at one point, like we just got the thorn of the freaking rosa, you know?
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think it's circling back to your question, long-winded answer, but I'm so happy that he's happy. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like that he's focused on his family and his kids and his empire, because really I think he has like family that did that too, like brothers and like his dad. Like that was his thing. Like in the studio, there was boxing gloves. I remember he had like belts of some sort. I don't know, like you know, like the sports
Yeah,
And,
definitely. You're
but
right.
no,
You're absolutely right.
What up, Sonny?
What up, man?
What up?
Like I said, I just think it's dope because I feel like on the outside looking in, I feel like anything that he dedicates himself to, he gives all his effort.
Yeah, that's
And
amazing.
his
You gotta respect that. You gotta love that.
His daughter's training for the Olympics.
Are you
She
serious?
signed to
Damn.
Nike.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the dude is doing it. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
see,
saying.
I didn't even know to what extent, but I mean, dude, that's where you need to be.
Yeah.
Like if your baby's out there doing that, like
Focus on your kids.
you
Hell
need
yeah.
your dad needs to be there to
Priorities.
protect you and make sure that everything is smooth.
Yeah.
Get it?
Smooth hustle.
Get it?
Cecy B, before we get more into music, is it difficult being a woman in the music industry?
At one point, I feel like it really was because it was just the doors were super shut, so tight for females to get in. Like a female rapper was like, what?
Yeah.
You're not Little Kim. Like, what do you know? So I do think that there was a point now where it's more acceptable. Nicki Minaj is in charge of, like, she broke that down. Like, whether you love it or hate it, you know, she opened a lot of doors in 2008, 2009. So I do think that it comes with its challenges. I don't think it's impossible. So, like, to anyone that's out there, like, thinking like, I want to pursue this, do it. Like, just do it. You know what I mean? So I don't want to make it seem impossible, but you do need to buckle up, you know, because it is a crazy ride. I think before it was like either you're hypersexualized or you're like a dude, you know? There was no in between. And now I really love the way it's just like, just do you. Like, make your music. Like, if it doesn't matter, like, what's that? There's so many people right now, and there's like so many youngins coming in, and I just hope that they have someone in their corner that can help them with like the negocio, you know?
Well, I mean, if there's some gems that you could drop, because one thing that caught my attention is when you said that your little sister is very talented. She has an amazing voice, but you said that her seeing you, what you went through, made her not want to even pursue music. So what are maybe some gems that you could give to any other female artists that, you know, are trying to come up?
Have people on your team that are actually looking out for you. Like, not trying to get with you, not trying to, you know what I mean?
Not trying to get that dollar.
Look, that's okay. So that's pretty much what my question is. Like, when being a female in the music industry, do you feel as though like all these dudes that you work with expect something for you, or?
This sucks for them.
But I'm asking. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I think that at one point it was just kind of like hush hush.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like expected that there was that going on. But I don't think that I think that the fast way there actually just kind of drops down, and like kind of like the scenic view is like what will actually, it takes you a really, really long time, you know? But I think in the long run, like, you'll be happy that, you know, that you really just stayed about your craft. Now, if there's someone that you're into and like, you know what I mean? And you both are available and like, you know, whatever, nothing wrong with that.
That's different from sleeping your way up.
No, that's
a whole
completely
different thing.
different. And that's the thing is like, you give just ladies, like, you know what I mean? Like, if anyone that's younger, you know, that's like trying to make it in this industry, like, they don't, if you do that, they're looking at you like, all right, cool. Next, you know? So, try not to do that. Try not, you know,
the benefit is short term.
It's so short
term. Yeah.
And you like, it's better if you like stay on YouTube and like learn Pro Tools yourself and then like record yourself. If it's really an issue, like about you going to the studio and like, oh, hey, like they're gonna like really give me a hard time recording here. Okay. So go on YouTube, learn how to record, and get the things that you need, set it up at your house and record yourself. Now you put it out and you do your own thing. Get a little bit of clout to where you're going into the studio and they're not looking at you like, so, you know? Yeah, you know, like they're like, okay, cool. Like you're an artist, you know?
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, so there it is, everybody. You know, value yourself. You know, that's pretty much what she's trying to say.
Yeah, and if you need help writing, just hit me up.
Tap in with
just
Cecy
hit
B.
me up. Yeah, like I will write it for you. Like you don't even have to say it. Like I will pick like
That's awesome.
No, I'm so
she
serious.
straight put herself out there.
That's
Hell yeah, that's freaking awesome.
Like I will help you write it. Like I will help you write it, you know? And you don't have to sleep You know, yeah, you know what I'm saying, right?
Anyway,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like you don't have to do that to yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, so if you need help with your verses, just hit me up. I will help you out. Like,
Most definitely. And I mean, something that I feel like is beneficial to the artists now, like nowadays, you guys, you know, social media, you got the Instagrams, the
Yeah.
Facebooks or whatever, but you didn't have that back then. But
No.
that didn't stop your numbers, you know, from touching millions. Cause I mean, you have tracks with Little Rob, Baldacci, and Be Real, you know? So, out of all those artists, I mean, talk to us about the experience it was, you know, working with legends like that.
Can you believe it? I still am sometimes like, what? You know, like
That's a flex for sure, without a doubt.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Get it? Yeah,
Yeah,
at the
most-
PTA, like, yeah, insane. Y'all moms are insane in the membrane. Okay, no, but for real, I still pinch myself sometimes because I can't believe it. The people that I grew up listening to like reached back and was like, I'll do a track with you. And it was not like I never. It was just like so the right timing, the right time, maybe in their space where they were like, I'm not even looking for anything. Like I just want to like collaborate with this person.
Right.
So that was a beautiful thing. Like that, I will forever be grateful and forever be indebted to like those people that reached back and did something. And that's why I want to do it for other people. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's Little Rob on Mexico was like, I couldn't believe it. I grew up listening to Little Rob.
He's a legend to me. He's
I
legendary.
heard your story where you went and tried to find him. In
I
San
went and tried
Diego,
to find
was
him.
it?
Yes, because I was just like,
That's freaking straight stalker shit. But I mean, good thing you didn't have his address, right?
No, here's the thing. And let me tell you something. All right. So maybe nowadays it's like, whoa, that's stalker. But back then when you're in middle school and you're like this
Yeah.
shy, like
It's different.
little timid, and you're just like, you know, natural high, you know, and all that. And then your parents are like, we're going to
Hell
San
yeah,
Diego,
that's
you
a
know,
vibe.
like and then we're like on those little bicycles, you know, and I'm just like, Nini, like, and that's my sister. I'm like, we're gonna find Little Rob. Like, watch. We're gonna find him. And so you
But
know,
every
like,
set of
perspective.
I you're like,
I was like, check. And I was like, I
That
don't
shit
think
was
so.
freaking awesome.
Yeah, you know, and I was every set of cholos, and my parents were like, you guys need to pedal. Like, yeah, you know, like, I'm not gonna pedal for all four of you, you know. So,
that's cool.
man, you know, it just is what it is. Like, I was looking for a Little Rob because I just wanted to tell him I'm a singer and I
Yeah.
really want to sing on one of your songs.
Yeah.
You know, and when I told him that story, he's like, "Oh, trip out!" Like,
Yeah.
fuck, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, come on, like, trip out. Like, so we did the. Not only was he kind enough to do the song, but then he did the music video. We did it in San Juan Capistrano in my hometown, and we the dressing room was my parents' house. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, hi, like
Yeah.
I have no money for this.
Yeah.
Like, and we love this song, and he's just like, I'm gonna come out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
That's
Now
fucking
I
dope.
did 2 days of shooting, so that I gave him all like all about him. Like one day, I got some scenes in with him, you know, because hello, you know,
have to. Hell yeah.
because hello. But it was all about him. Then
Yeah.
the next day, or a few days later, we went and we shot in Echo Park. Everybody came out, like everybody it didn't matter like anything. Like, it was just so much fun. People were like, "You need to have security." I'm like, "No, everyone's gonna be fine because it's all love and music." And they're just like, "You're crazy." And then I was like, "No, it's gonna be good." My manager, which is also my husband, Delexis. Love
okay,
you.
that's dope.
Yeah, you know, you
Nice,
gotta
nice.
keep it.
Yeah.
all
Oh,
in the-
yeah. There you go.
But he like literally scrounged up what he could and like made that happen too. Like, we were like, let's do this. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And when I say scrounge, I mean like really, like we were like, how are we gonna pull this off? You know, everybody that came out on love. Everybody.
Nice.
And that was amazing. And like, if like the stills from that day, I don't like just being there in Echo Park and just like so many different people from all these, you know, from Badachi, Smooth Hustle,
Yeah.
Eddie. Like, I mean, there's just so many people. I don't want to like name them because then if I
Right.
leave someone out, I'm gonna
Yeah.
feel really bad. But you know, it was a good day.
What's very amazing about that song is that, you know, despite the fact that you probably arguably have maybe the best Chicano rapper, you know, as a feature, but the fact that you represent being Mexican, like, you know, you're representing the
Thank you.
culture. Talk to me about the importance of being Mexican. You know,
It's everything.
What's being Mexican to you?
Oh, it's everything. It's being proud of who you are and who your parents are and where they come from and what you have and what you don't have. Because a lot of that, you know, a lot of the material that we're made of is just different. I feel like the material that we're made of, the blood that's running through our veins is different. It's like, it's just when I see my people working like and just so dedicated to what they do, like it doesn't matter. They do everything with pride. You see people on the side of the road fixing something. You see people running businesses. You see people starting, a bakery, like anything. Like they do it with so much passion, and that I really do believe that is like ingrained in us, from being with our abuelitos, our tios, our tias, being Mexican, and just that pozole that I don't help make, but help eat it. Yeah,
Most definitely so. Like,
yeah.
Well, yeah, like you won't see a Mexican on the side of the freeway asking for money.
No,
they'll be there hustling, selling oranges or flowers instead.
And that's why
it's a hustle culture.
It is.
It is.
But it's even more, it's like, I think sometimes when I get up like early and I go take my, walk a little bit and take my kids walking to school and I see people working, I'm just like, I'm so fucking proud of you. You know what I mean? Like you got out of your warm bed and you made it over here and I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like that's dope. See you, and like I have this orgullo inside of me,
And it comes through in your music.
Thank you.
It really does.
So.
One of the songs that really got my attention that I really liked was, Exchanges?
Oh, Changes?
I feel like it did not, it has an X, so I wasn't sure if it was part of the name. But I feel like it didn't, know which one. Yeah, I feel like it didn't get enough attention. Gosh. It should have been promoted a lot more.
That was 2021. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, that was a weird time.
Yes.
But
it's a badass song though. Thank you. You really touch all of what the hell is going on. You're just talking shit, like all of it. You're just letting it out. I loved it.
That was literally my love letter to my culture.
Yes.
That was a love letter.
That's why I'm saying it didn't get enough attention.
It didn't, and
because everybody was trying to hide what was going on around that time.
Well, it was that's what I'm saying.
That's what it was.
The things that I'm saying in that song, it's like that wasn't really the look, and what people wanted, like, and now everyone's like the algorithm. No, but really, like that, my song tucked away, like the things that I was talking about there, and even that song, making the visual to it, like putting the essential workers, like all that, it was so hard for me. I have tucked that song away too. Like I
can imagine, yeah, because I heard it.
I sealed it with a kiss, y lo dejé ahí, because I don't want to perform it. I don't want to.
Yeah. No, that'll be a difficult one to perform.
I won't do it.
You're gonna have everybody emotional on that one.
No. It's like it was a moment in time, and if you lived in that time, and you gotta also like
you appreciate it with the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There you go. Yeah. I hear you.
I want to give a shout out to my brother Echoes World. That's a huge mentor. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
He blesses on with $10 on the super chat, but he filmed.
Love working with him.
Cuddy Buddy, and he also filmed the song that you have with Be Real.
Yes.
Talk to me about how was it working with a legend like Echoes World.
Well, Echoes World is super creative, artistic, professional. Yes. Nothing but good things about him.
Yeah.
The first music video that he ever did was, well, according to him, I don't know. I think it was the first music video was Midget Loco and Cecy B.
Yeah.
And Dave Salas.
Yes.
And so we go way back, and he has not changed. He's been consistent in the way that he works, in the way that he has presented himself. And that's one of the people in the industry that's like very like steady. And I like that.
And just to let you know,
and he's military, he's just like, he's a real human.
That that project with Midget Loco, like that's his baby. Like that's something that I went into his office and he put it in a big ass TV, and we watched it, and so that's dope.
I love that song. Yeah. And I shout out to Midget Loco because he had me on there and he showed, we just did a song together, July, but not too long ago. But yeah, so maybe Echo, we should do the video to that maybe next July. I don't know.
There it is.
We'll see.
There you go, bro. There you go.
20,000. But yeah, so and then we did Cuddy Buddy, which was like super intimate and like closed set and like just really nice. He was super respectful and just really nice. Then the one that we did before that, so the in between was the one with Be Real, and that was like the sets were just phenomenal. The artwork, the models, just everything. It was a vibe.
Yeah, that dude's a genius.
It was a vibe.
He definitely knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. for sure. And it's awesome to see him grow and get his flowers, because
So we were fortunate to to interview him is what I'm trying to say. And right off the bat, because I'm a photographer, I love photography, right?
That's awesome.
So I was being annoying to him. Hey, what can I do?
It's okay.
Give me advice. And so much so that it benefited me because he invited me to a Stella Rosa commercial.
Okay.
So I seen him in action.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, okay, bro. Like, I see you.
You think you're being annoying, but really, actually, to him, it's like, oh, cool. Someone's going to soak this up and appreciate it. And
you're being assertive. You got to, chase what you want. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's a good thing that you were annoying, right?
Yeah, for sure.
He calls it annoying. It was probably assertive, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. It was just being, you're doing what you said that if you were a singer that you would do, but you're doing it in your realm.
Yeah.
Now, if same thing. Like, I always look at okay, people, how people paint, like they splash paint and then they're like this. And then all of a sudden it's just like this big old mural. Yeah. I'm like, dude, I'd be splashing paint everywhere. Like I would. So I get what you're saying. Like I would be like, just everything would be a mural, Yeah. So you did what you had to do.
He sings with his camera.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's my voice.
Exactly.
Those are my notes. Those are my high notes.
That's your therapy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm sure it is therapeutic.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So whatever you do for your therapy, you guys out there watching, like keep doing your thing.
Yeah, no, for sure. So now a key question that I have, like I said, you're working with legends like Little Rob, Baldacci, Be Real. But there's one thing that I didn't see, and that's a feature with another woman, or another female artist. Why is that? Unless I didn't really do my research, but
no, you're right. I feel like it goes back to what in this project, I do have other females on it. But I feel like that really goes back to the old mentality and how it used to be, like where you feature a guy if you're a girl and you feature a girl if you're a guy. Now, guys are better at it because they unify a little bit more. But I really think that it was the time that I was coming up. It was like one girl per camp, one female artist in this group, one female artist in that group. It was like the token girl. And I really think that it was just the times. Now, I don't think it's like that at all. And so now, oddly enough, all of the artists that motivate me and that I listen to are females.
Yeah.
And I think it was just like, I had songs with like Diamonique. I had Ladies Night with, Ladies Sinful, and like, who else was on it? Like Lala. So I did have songs, but not enough. I did have some songs with females, but not enough. And I'm glad you called me out on it because I think that this is like a good circle back, turn around and see what haven't I done right. And that's one of the things that I need to work with more females. Now there's so many females that are out and working. And so maybe this is a turning point where I get to work with more females.
I think so. It's only right.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Being the fact that you work, like I said, with a lot of talented rappers, if I could ask you for your top 5 Mexican rappers, who would they be?
I'll tell you this. My top one is Little Rob.
Most definitely.
Okay, that's my top one.
He's a legend. He don't give the credit that he deserves.
No.
Like you said Natural High. Oh my
gosh, yes. So he's I know the politics, all that. Okay, so I think it's Little Rob.
Yes.
And I love seeing him in this new light, married with his 4-year-old. Like it just it makes him more human because before there was like a lot of mystery before them, behind them. Like I was like,
who's Little Rob?
Yeah. Like who? When I called him, I was like, "Hi," like you exist. And so, no, I'm serious because I looked for you in San Diego and I didn't see you. No, I'm just kidding, but so he exists. He's there, and now to see him, I saw an interview not too long ago where he had his son with him, and he was like,
was it Power 106?
Maybe. Oh, you know what? It was brown bag.
The brown bag.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and Letty, she's so charismatic too. She's just so charismatic.
She's dope.
She was talking to him and I could feel like what she was saying, like the Pacifics, to be specific. Those are lines that you say to yourself and your friends.
Yeah.
But just her charisma just really got me on that interview. But his son was sitting next to him and I was just like, how beautiful is that? Like you get to share that with your child,
What I honestly respect Little Rob for is that the fact, like his lingo, he took our culture and he put it in the radio.
Cool.
He didn't change. He made it dope.
He
flexed it for people that back down. Like, oh, I don't want to talk like
and
that.
if you
No.
listen to his cadence,
Yes.
it's so different than anyone else. Like even when I had to like submit the lyrics like for the album, like mine are like, you know, and his was just like a novel. It was like I don't know how to explain it. It's just like it's one of those things that you have to really appreciate it. And that's
I'm gonna say it like this because Natural High, that's the name of the actual album, right? But he has a song called Natural High.
Yeah.
And then he has the other one that it samples Joe Batan, Mujer Mia. Those two songs right there, bro, they'll go head up with any other Mexican rapper and they'll shit on everybody. With those two alone.
Yeah,
it's
I
amazing.
love his music.
He's talented for sure. Yeah, no, but you know, shout out to Little Rob. So again, okay, Little Rob being the first one who's, you know, after that's it.
Yeah, I'm not. No, because listen, hear me out now. Hear me out now. There's so many talented Mexican artists, and if you name the top 5, you're gonna leave somebody out, and it's not right. And so I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at my personal favorite and that I grew up listening to. And there's so many other ones. Like we can go on and on because there are so many talented. And whether they consider themselves Chicano rappers or not, like if they're Chicano and they're rapping, that's what I'm
Good
going.
enough.
Like there's so many of us now.
Yeah.
There's so many of us now. So I'm not gonna do that to myself. You know what I mean? Like
So again, I mean, you have a nice flow yourself, right?
Thank you.
You get down. It sounds amazing. You know, who are other artists that you were kind of like maybe doing your homework on, or you know that you were a fan of?
So like right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so right now, okay, Snow the Product. Obviously, you can't like no puedes negarlo. Okay?
That's somebody who's actually
yeah.
bringing herself up.
Yeah.
She doesn't have anybody helping her.
Yeah, like her withstanding all that she has, and even like, you know, going on her own and all that, and just you
She's
have
going
to
against
give
the grain
where credit is due.
Yeah.
So Snow, I feel like she eats us all for lunch. So like, okay, that's one. And then I don't know. You know what? I really like the Jenny 6ix9ine. Yeah.
You said
she's
his
gorgeous.
Okay,
She's beautiful.
That's his girl.
Well, yeah, she's flawless, but I also like her. I like her tone, like her voice. I like so that's somebody I would love to work with and write with.
I think that'll be dope.
Yeah, like I could help, you know. I mean, I don't know if she'd want help, but I just saying.
Yeah.
So who else? I always liked Diamonique because I always liked her flow. Like Diamonique,
What about Reverie?
Reverie, yes.
She's amazing.
She's good.
Yes. She's really good too.
Yeah.
God, there's just so many right now. Who else? There's this group that's coming out from San Juan Capistrano that I just started following. If you can get the name, that's like, and that was like so nice to see someone from my hometown, you know. But they're doing really good. I like when they mix in the regional music and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, who else? Give me ideas. Well, I like Reverie. I like Snow the Product, obviously. Jenny.
Yeah.
And then Prima J. I really love Prima J. All their stuff.
Oh, you know who I love too? Because she made a song with Little Rob as well. Twixie. Is it Twixie?
Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard of her.
No.
No. Okay. That's all
Yeah,
good.
but you know what? I'm not as cool as I used to be.
Yeah.
So that has nothing to do with her. You know what I mean? Like that. So.
No, I'm tripping. J-Rocks. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Because I was like, Twixie is probably really good. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I was just like,
My bad. I'm
Yeah.
tripping. It's J-Rocks.
J-Rocks,
She has
yes.
an
Oh,
amazing
my niece loves her. Yeah.
Yeah, she has an amazing voice. I like that song that she did with Little Rob. It's really dope.
Who else? There's another one.
Twixie.
Crystal Poppin. She's good.
Oh, from Texas. She's dope as well. Yeah.
There's more. Oh, Louis the Singer. Louis the Singer is real.
Country, straight country.
I love that.
You like singing country as well?
Well, you know why? Because it's like ranchero music, but in English.
In English.
So it's like what we grew up with, just now in the language that we're all.
I try to give country a try, but I can't. It's only Tennessee Whiskey. Like that's the only song.
Oh,
Other
okay.
than that,
There's probably more you just haven't heard them.
Yeah,
there's a lot of good
but
ones.
they'll be telling some real stories.
Uh-huh.
They'll be telling some real stories about like, you know, how like
you know, like
it's hard
ranchero,
out here
yeah.
for a pimp, but they don't say it like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they'll give you the stories, like how it's hard, and like don't try that in a small town type of vibe, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like it. Well, you know, so my mom always liked country music as well. Then it kind of makes sense because ranchero country,
Yeah.
I feel like it's very, that's why I really like Louis that he's singing.
He's a beast. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's definitely putting in
I
work.
love that. So there's, I was going somewhere with this. Yeah, basically it's ranchero music in English, basically. Oh, they were fixing my car. I got a rental and it was on that country station. I did not change that thing the whole week I had that rental. And I didn't know that I was gonna like it so much. And by the end I was like, oh yeah, that's so and so.
You're like favorite save.
Yeah, I'm like, does anyone still use Shazam? But I was like, all like if that time when I didn't have my car, when I had the rental, like all those songs are like country music because it just, I don't know, it's a good storytelling thing, and I can appreciate all different kinds of music.
With 2023 coming to an end, do you feel like you were productive this year when it came to music?
Yes, but I could do more. But I've been productive in my family life.
Okay.
So music has naturally taken a back seat. Now you don't. See, here's the thing that nobody tells you, guys. You guys can be like, "Oh, my baby! I just had a baby. You just had a baby." That's really good for you.
I think it's funny when they say, "I just had a baby," where it's like, no, your wife
you just had a baby?
had the baby.
Yeah, you just had a baby too, sir.
Hey, no, hey, boo, hey.
No, he hasn't had shit.
Just because it feels good when I have it.
Yes, no.
Oh,
Hey,
God.
fellas in general, I'm here to back you guys up. So don't worry
listen,
about
and
it.
I'm gonna
No.
I want to see what you guys got to say.
No, listen. The men out there, like the masculine men, we love you. Okay, we get it. We love you. You're not, you feel like the pain with us or whatever. Like
Yeah,
if
blah,
you
blah,
say you
blah,
under-
blah.
Yeah, but women, you don't bounce back. Okay, like you don't snap back like Legally Blonde. Okay, like you really do take some time and like really you're just like all about this little person and like everything that you were said you were gonna do, like after you're like, I don't even care, look at this little person right here. You don't. Now when I had my first, I had another, I was gonna do another performance in Mexico because we went and did a big show in Mexico and it went really good, and I was gonna go back and I was like, 2 months postpartum, totally can make it for sure. It's in Tijuana. It was somewhere in Mexico, and I was like, cool. I was living in Miami at this point, and I was like, I'll leave the baby with my mom in Orange County, and then I'll go for the day and I'll do the performance, then I'll come back. And I was like, I'm so sorry, I cannot make it. I will gladly refund
It's hard
your
to
money.
leave the baby to go out for the night. You're talking about the whole day?
No,
Hell
are you
no.
kidding me?
Not at that
and
age.
Then, and then you get to a point where you just can't even do anything by yourself, and you're just like, please let me sit here by myself for 1 second in the car before I go into this house and like, But
I think I do that every day still.
But yeah, I mean, so moms out there, you guys get me, right? Like you guys get it. Like you just need a little moment to collect yourself. But all to say, like, I feel like I've been as productive as this season has allowed me, because one thing that I've learned is that yes, you can have it all. You just can't have it at the same time. So
well said.
yeah,
There you
you
go.
cannot have it at the same time. So ladies, keep that in mind when you're
Be patient with yourself.
be
Yeah,
patient with
that's
yourself,
okay.
be kind to yourself, and be like, okay, this season is for this and this season is for that, and I'm gonna start trickling in back to work. Okay, whatever, you do what you got to do, but just know it comes with its challenges.
So what are the dreams, goals, and aspirations looking like for 2024?
I want to put a body of work together. I know that that's not in anymore and it's just singles, but I would really like to put
A
an
whole
album
album.
together. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like an EP or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to put something together. And I'm gonna reach out to some females, see if they want to
Cool.
play songs with me.
Well, I
You know?
mean, in case you don't know, here on What's the Word, something that we do after the show, we allow the artists, if they want to either, bless the mic with a verse or performance or whatever the case is. So who knows, maybe if you bless the mic, then, it'll start a trend. And
Circle back. Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know.
There you go.
What you think?
Yeah. You want
Yeah.
that por vida, huh? You want that.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah, you need some females on that mic. Definitely.
Yeah.
That's a good way you start the trend
Okay,
for the females.
out there that make music. This is the camera that I look at?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
If you're out there, you want to make music with me, hit me up. Don't be shy like I was all these years. Just put yourself out there and let's make some music. I think it could be really good. I'm actually really excited. Maybe I can just like take all the guys off of the features, and I could just no, no, don't worry.
Yeah.
But we can all play.
Most definitely. So before the show comes to an end, is there anything that we didn't ask you that maybe you want to talk about or shine light on?
Just definitely just working hard, staying true to yourself. Whoever's out there watching and needs like a little motivation. I know that times are hard right now, like with everything going on in the world. So any little break that you could take for yourself, that you can, nourish your body, your mind, your mental, man, your mental. Just do it and, reach out to people, connect with people. That's one thing that maybe it hindered me. Like I'm really taking to food for thought,
Yeah.
And so I appreciate that. Thank you. And just be nice to each other out there. Okay. Like just try to be and let people go in front of you. Like if they put their signal, no seas cabrón. You know what I mean? Like,
That's what
it,
you
man.
gotta do for sure. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Now for sure. So, go ahead and give your shout outs, let everybody know where to follow you and where to tap in with you.
Okay. So, Cecy B, CECYB, anywhere online. Instagram mostly. I don't, TikTok, man. I think I just aged out of that one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. But Instagram for sure. TikTok just gets me dizzy, But Instagram, Get Right Music. Thank you so much, Chavs. I mean, just like my family. I hope my kids are not watching, but I love you. Go to sleep. Bye. And shout out to all the females out there that are doing their thing. And all the guys, just shout out to everybody. I love everybody, man.
That's right.
You find out this is not water.
With that being said, everybody, you guys want amazing content. We're giving you amazing content. Cecy B, legendary, baby. So if nobody loves you, Notorious One loves you. Everybody tap in and search up Por Vida. Again, a classic. Put it on the playlist, man. I guarantee it. But with that being said, Nita's going to take us out. And,
So, hey, don't forget, on Saturday, we got the turkey giveaway at Tiara Park. Starts at 12 noon. There's going to be haircuts, jumpers, petting zoo. There's going to be cars on display. Come check it out. All right? Thank you.
hey, there it is.
Thank you.